Welcome to Soundman and Pizza Boy, episode 3. Happy New Year, the whole world, YouTube, Facebook, your butthole.
Yes, thank you.
Did you like that?
Yeah.
Yep.
That was great.
That's what I learned through the new year. That's my new bag of tricks.
Is that your New Year's resolution to have vocoder?
More vocoder.
Wherever you go?
Wherever I go, I'm going to start using it in our band. You're going to be so sick of it by the time 2022 rolls around.
Yeah. Yeah, you'll be on to something else.
Probably. You know me. Well, I don't know. I'm pretty consistent.
If you could get one of those vocoder put in your, implanted into your throat, and so you could just hit a button and turn it on and off.
I definitely would do that.
Yeah, and you have like 3 settings. It'd be kind of basic, you know.
Yeah.
It's pretty dope.
Yep. It's a good time.
Major, minor, and 7th.
Yep.
Is that all you would need?
I think so. Major, minor, 7th, 5th. I like 5ths, but 5th's just 2 notes, you know.
Need 4 or 5.
Yeah. Yeah. I like all that stuff. All that stuff is good.
Yeah.
More vocoder. I always really like that band Trans Am. They use vocoder a lot.
Really?
Yeah. Like rock and roll drums with vocoder vocals. Yeah. I really dig that sound. You ever heard that song, like I Want It All by Trans Am? It's
Probably.
a good one. Yeah. Future World.
But I don't know who it is.
That's a good one. Yeah. There's the 2 bands I like, Trans Am and Air. They use the vocoder a lot.
Yeah, Air did. Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, I like Air a lot.
Is that one of those things on those lists on the internet? It's like 15 things sound guys don't want to hear. And one of them is like, can you plug in my vocoder?
I don't mind vocoders at all, man. I think they're cool, and people that know how to use them well, it's fine. It's just those cheap, the cheap like vocal pedal effects will drive me crazy.
Someone's just like plugging the straight like Zoom
straight
pedal or something.
Yeah, like straight, and it's like if it's not set up right, like if it's like, you know, appropriate for the kind of music they're playing, that's fine. You know, whatever.
Well, they'll have it like set up for whatever shitty PA they have in their practice space, and they take it to you. It'll be really canny or thin or like too distorted with whatever.
Yeah, or like just feedback, like it doesn't have any fillers anywhere, so it's just like
steals
raw dogged. Yeah, it just sounds fucking awful and weird. And like it'll be impossible to get in the monitors, you know, like that loud at all. You should always try to roll with a dry wet setup where I can take you, you know, I can have 2 lines for your vocals. One
take
dry,
us on a journey
wet.
to wet.
Yeah. And then I can mix it in at my discretion, you know, and it's way easier to dial in. Yeah.
That's what she said, right?
Yeah, that's right. But people have gotten better about it, I think. I don't know, you know. And I'm not going to tell an artist like, you know, you shouldn't be doing this or that. I don't, you know, I'll just make it work and get through it.
That's true too. Because maybe they want that, whatever you think might be. Maybe it's not a mistake. They just have
exactly. And
that's not realize their
my
vision,
call,
even if it sucks.
Yeah, exactly. It's not my call. It's theirs. So, you know, take a sip of my tea.
Well,
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody. We tried to record this podcast. And then I lost the recording because the computer crashed because I tried to open up my DAW.
I was having trouble too, man. I mean, you know, it was me too. I didn't know. It shouldn't be hard for me. You know, I've been doing this for years, but sending like multiple sources to Ableton and then sending desktop audio. I was trying to send things, too many things, too many places.
Too many things.
I went, yeah, too many things, too many places. And I went, and then like Zoom kind of mixes up their terms. You know, it's like microphone. It should really say like what your input source is, but it just says microphone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that's kind of it's kind of like prosumer terms.
Yeah.
You know, it's more for like the amateur. So I got confused. And
that's right. If you're approaching it with a different mind, it's like my dad I used to bring home like math homework. It's just algebra or something. And he's like approaching it from a calculus angle because he's crazy.
Yeah.
Smart guy knows how to, you know, should have been a physicist.
It's like so simplified that I can't understand it.
Yeah, that's what it gets. Well, it does not compatible. You're just you're just like, you see microphone and you just think microphone. You don't think all the other things.
I don't think
why would they just?
It could be trying to say it should be saying input.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it happens to the best of us. But I figured it out. I had to watch, you know, of course, 3 or 4 annoying YouTube videos. YouTube, the greatest and most annoying resource.
Yeah.
Give me a thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button.
Yeah. You know, it's like if you went to a library and there's annoying guys just standing in the aisles going, how about this book? You know,
fucking throwing books at you.
Yeah. And they're throwing books at you and saying,
yeah, it's like that, man. I love it, but it's annoying. It's great, but it sucks, but it's awesome. We love it.
There's every once in a while you see a video where it's not annoying and the guy did a good job and you're like, I'm pretty thankful. I'm like,
yeah.
And the guy's just like, all right, here's how you do this. And he does it and he's like, bye. And like, and there's no stupid music. There's no bullshit.
Nah. You know that like YouTube accent they have too? It's like everything is very enunciated. And then they chop up the audio. They like edit the audio real weird. Yeah. You know, and like it's real jumpy. Like there's no like fading in or fading out. Then you'll
find it's maybe hard to do this. Then you'll do.
Like, you're like, what?
Yeah, they're putting it together to kind of shorten it because maybe went too long.
Yeah, yeah.
I gotta be a sound man and adjust my
levels. Yeah, you adjusting stuff over there, buddy?
Yeah, my levels. I got herbal tea.
Your levels? Yeah, CT is good for you, bro. Now make sure. Now there's a couple things you need to know that Massey taught me that you need to know. See, some brews a tea, or some kinds of tea like super hot water. Some don't. Some don't want super hot water to brew. And then, you know, take it out after. Some teas you leave in there a long time. Some teas you don't because it gets bitter.
Yeah, this one probably you should take it out since it's an herbal one.
You know what, dude, I've been doing is just experimenting for myself and like leaving the bag in, how bitter it gets, leaving, you know, like the longer you leave the bag in, the stronger flavors will overpower the lighter ones, you know?
Yeah.
So there's some teas where I like that, some teas where I don't. Some teas you need super hot water to extract the flavor out of the leaf, you know? I've been learning a lot about tea. I like tea. Tea's good stuff. Good time. It's something for me to drink that I like the flavor of that's not alcohol or not beer.
Yeah.
I really don't like like whiskey. Okay. It's whiskey and scotch. It's like good, you know, but like, I don't know. Vodka just kind of tastes like straight up alcohol. Like I've never, you know, like gin tastes fucking weird as hell. I mean, I don't know. Beer's awesome.
Yeah. You fool yourself into thinking that, that vodka isn't kind of gross, you know. You can put it in juice and it's supposed to kind of be good, but it really isn't.
No, you never really drank a lot of hard alcohol.
No, just shots at bars.
Yeah, you just do your
whiskey or whatever.
I like whiskey. I like scotch.
Because Donovan comes up and he's like, buying you a shot or whatever.
Buying you a shot. I had a Jaeger phase too. That kind of came and went. I think everybody goes through that Jaeger phase, you know. I had a Jaeger phase.
You said face or phase?
Phase.
Yeah.
Jaeger
Is
phase.
there a Jaeger face? It's kind of like it's kind of intense, but
Yeah, it's like real good cough syrup. I love it.
same as a tequila face. It's kind of like,
Man, tequila is kind of weird because as you drink more of it, it starts to taste better. I think that's like the danger in tequila. Like
yeah,
the first shot's like, and then like the third one's like, oh, all right. And then like the sixth one's like, yeah, this is the greatest. I
yeah,
love cactus juice. Woo!
yeah. If you just want to sit at a table and just have a lot of fun just sitting there, it's fun to like do all the shots, you know.
Am I too loud or something? Is that what you keep messing with? I can turn
No,
myself down.
I'm changing the balance between me, what
Uh-huh.
hearing myself and hearing everything else.
Oh, that knob that you have
Yeah.
that I don't
I'm
have.
turning my cool knob.
Yeah.
I got the
I need
cool
that
knob.
knob. You got the cool knob. Well, that's your cool interface. Mine's kind of old. The Soundman's interface is older.
Sometimes the sound man likes a trusty old interface. He
That's
doesn't
right.
just go out every year and buy a new one.
Yeah. I'll probably buy a new one next year. I'll probably get a new PC. New I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where the world is in a year.
It wouldn't Behringer, the kind of interface I have, isn't that a
Yeah.
company that was didn't really know if it was going to go a
Well,
lot of
they were
places like 10 years ago, but they turned, you know, now they're
their
like
shit
selling a lot of
sucked.
these fucking things.
Their shit was awful. God awful, just cheap garbage.
It was just like, yeah,
and
like
then they I don't know what they did. They bought like Midas. They made a few moves.
It's probably it.
And then they made the Behringer X32, which was like a small format digital console that completely crushed the market.
Everybody likes, yeah.
Everybody bought one in every church, in every school.
Uh-huh.
I mean, it's like a $3,000 very, very powerful console. Even I have one.
Yeah. It can
but
pretty much run all the mains and everything from its power, right? But
what do you mean?
Can you run it all from that thing?
Yeah, 32 channels, whatever you want. 32 channels, 16 outputs.
And it powers. Does it power the speakers too, or is you
no,
have to get an amp?
No.
I thought it had some power on it of itself. No. This is you.
There's really no professional things we use that are like mixer and power amp all in one. You know, that's just like more of a PA practice amp kind of thing, you know?
Yeah.
There's powered speakers. There's a lot of those out in the world.
Mm-hmm.
But powered mixers, no. That's for like your PA practice space.
This is not what we do.
This is for home use.
This is fantasy. No one would do this.
The X32s crushed the market, but then Behringer started getting pretty scummy. They become under a lot of criticism lately.
Yeah.
They're copying like old synth designs. They're like just straight up copying. They collect all these old vintage synths. You know, they reverse engineer them and then they sell them for like a fraction of the cost.
Yeah.
So
awesome.
A lot of pure. It's good because it puts the technology in everybody's hands, but it's a bad business practice, you know. And they're getting a lot of backlash from the industry because of what they're doing, the kind of scummy practices. So, you know, you can make up your own mind. You know, I bought one to play with, you know. So,
yeah.
I mean, I can't afford a Moog. You know, I would love to be able to. And I'm a hobbyist when it comes to like synthesis. I'm just trying to mess around.
Wouldn't any analog synthesizer be considered? Because there's lots of different kinds of Moogs, so wouldn't it be as copy anyway? Aren't they all copies anyway?
I don't know. No, because a lot of those designs are original Bob Moog designs, right? I think. I mean, they have like their own museum.
Yeah.
Their own factory. And
I mean, I don't really.
A lot of their stuff's like wired point to point. This Behringer stuff's all like cards. You know, like, dude, if I flipped the lid on an X32 to you, you'd be like, what the fuck? There's barely anything going on inside of that thing. You know what I mean? A lot of professionals, you know, and analog synth purists and audio guys consider Behringer like toy. It's like toy category. It's not like anything serious like that you would use for
Well, it doesn't seem like
Boring,
much of
but-
a threat to the purists then, right?
I don't think so. You know, they just think it's scummy. They think like, that's
Well, it's like,
kind of dirty.
look how many
That's,
Strat
you know.
copies there were. Like some of them got
It's like
sued
that.
because they
It's
were
like
too
that kind of
close.
thing.
But some, even if they're not too close, you can still get away with one that is just slightly different.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, what are you doing? It's like, it's still a copy. It's like the blues.
Yeah.
Everyone plays the same fucking song and pretends like it's not the same song. It's dun, 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 dun,
It's all minor pentatonic scales over 12 bar blues.
Yeah, there's just three. There's like a few different kinds of blues songs, and then you put slight variations. Like that's same with like folk music
Yeah.
and country, kind of, and rock and roll, if too.
Yeah.
In the old school rock and roll,
Yeah. I mean, like a part of me, I feel the same way too, because I went to school, I took time, I spent money, I put the hours in for to become an audio engineer, right? And like 20 years ago, it was very expensive to have a studio, and then along came, Avid with their Digio 2 rack or their Digio 1. And then all of a sudden you could have like 16 digital tracks at home or 8 digital tracks at home, and you didn't have to go into a studio and pay $20 an hour or 40, $50 an hour.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So there's pros and cons, man. I think,
Yeah.
Like
But-
now everybody can say they're an engineer. Everybody can have
Sure.
a rig. I'm glad that like the power is in everybody's hands. But at the same time, it takes the quality down.
Yeah, it does. It does kind of cheapen it.
It cheapens it.
But it's like also it's a cool experience to go to a studio and have some guy record you. It's like awesome, and you can record on things that you don't get to see every day, and use maybe instruments you don't really see every day.
Yeah. Also the same thing, man. I was watching, of all things, the Jimmy Carter special on CNN Sunday. And like he was big into music and had a lot of artists at the White House and stuff. And anyhow, it's like in the 70s, it just seemed like you had a higher quality of musicianship all the way around. Like, there's Dizzy Gillespie, there's Mingus was hanging out there. I don't think he was playing. He was too old at that time. He was just sitting watching. But, there's like Paul Simon, there's just all the, like one after the other, Bob Dylan, Willie Nelson, all these singer-songwriters, these masters of their craft.
Yeah.
And you just don't have that a lot anymore. Like pop hits just they're not coming from masters of the craft anymore. They're just coming from bedrooms all across the world, which is fine in a way, but in a way, like the quality has gone down a little bit for me. And like, you don't have the timbre anymore. You don't have the character. Like the quality of the character has gone down. I think like the individual is kind of lost.
Like the closest thing to
I don't know,
a real album would be something, maybe a White Stripes type thing.
Yeah, exactly. You don't really get
records
those anymore. Like nobody sits there and listens to a whole album all the way through anymore.
They do that in the minor leagues in like rock and roll and metal though. Yeah,
we do. I mean, of course, we're purists, I don't know. I consider myself
guys
like
that sell like tens of thousands of albums that are just kind of, under the radar.
Yeah.
Dudes. They're recording in cool ways and putting out vinyl made from analog and analog tape, and then like trying to keep that kind of sound alive, the old school shit. And that's where you find it. And that's probably the only place you can find it. Like even Nirvana, I think, was.
Yeah.
But
there's still guitars, man. I mean, there's still lots of loud guitars, so that's good.
People like guitars. They didn't stop liking guitars. Little kids didn't stop being really good and better than everybody else,
Yeah. And another thing I'll say,
kid making everybody look like an idiot.
Yeah. Another thing I'll say before it leaves my brain is like a big ass analog desk and, a fresh rack of outboard gear. Of course, it fucking sounds better, but you got to maintain it. Like, it'll break. Like you'll get, like cables will go out. Gear will be a dick sometimes. It'll get dirty. You got moving parts. you know. And then another thing is it's heavier than hell. You have to have like 4 to 6 people pick up a desk, you know. It costs gas to get down the road. An X32 I can, you know, pick up by myself and throw on a table.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And to the most of the crowd isn't gonna be able to tell a difference, especially if the band's good and my mix is good, you know. But
Yeah,
I'll
I
be
mean-
able to tell the difference. The band
Sure.
might be able to,
Live
20% of the
sound.
crowd might be able to, you know what I mean?
Live
And a lot
sound
of that
doesn't
digital
matter.
stuff is like how it takes it. There's math involved when it takes like 16 or 32 channels and makes it into 2. There's a
Yeah.
lot of math. It's called like dithering, you know,
Yeah.
because it's like a digital word. So there's a lot of math. It's all zeros and ones. So it's got to take all these zeros and ones and crunch them down. So, you know, you can do that with cheaper digital circuitry, but you can hear the difference. You know what I mean? That's why
Even
some
live, though?
analog digital
I
converters
would
are
think
like
in live it would just be
$1,000 and some aren't.
Yeah.
But live, yeah, live
Like,
you don't hear a
you're
huge
using the
difference.
room, so it's not it's
Yeah.
just loud, it's loud, and if it's EQ'd well,
Yeah.
and it's right. So
Yeah, the room's gonna make the biggest difference. The
So it's
room
like-
and the band and the
the
engineer.
room's like half of it at least. So like if it's digital coming out, I think it's okay as long you hear it more on a recording.
Yeah. Yep. And then some recordings that I thought were analog were all digital. So
They're kind of
You know,
fooling you. They use little
yeah.
tricks and VSTs and
Yep. Or like good gear on the way in, you know.
yeah.
Like just awesome preamps and compressors on the way in, you know.
Yeah.
And this is just shit I can talk about all day long. You know what I
We
mean?
can,
Because I didn't like I used to kind of I learned both coming up. Like I kind of was raised in the late 90s audio wise, which is a strange time for audio because you had like tape machines in the studio and you had like
Yeah.
ADATs.
It was a strange time for audio.
ADATs for those VCR things. Remember those? What'd you say?
I said
What happened to you?
it was a strange time for audio.
It was. We were in between.
It was the dystopian future. of
We
audio.
were in between two worlds.
So I just interrupted you to say something dumb, but
No, I'm being dumb too, brother.
it's all good, man. We can.
It's all good. So I'm in a pizza boy.
Pizza videos, real quick, and then we can.
I love pizza
And
videos.
after that, we can listen to those songs again.
Some song trading.
Yeah, we'll
Some
just-
LP
just
Lagolsk.
play the and then we'll listen to we'll do LP Lagolsk.
If you're a business, you're an asshole.
Yeah, awesome. You'll find out about that. We'll talk about it later. And yeah, okay. We'll look at this.
Again, I had no idea what.
He's the legend.
The legend. LP Lagolsk.
Rest in power. He's probably.
Yep.
I don't know.
He
if
might
he's
be still
around.
alive.
Who knows? He's probably like, I do not like these face masks. He's like, I do not, and I will not let you know where I hid them. Goodbye. No
All right,
doubt
what you
of
got
mine
for
will
me?
be married in a face mask. All right. Yeah, I got this video. Let me go ahead and share.
Share the video, Pizza Boy.
That's awesome. I gotta say. All right. Can't see me anymore, but here, we'll go ahead and play this.
All right.
So this is my buddy Drew that I met tonight, and he's like straight up passed out.
And drooling.
Obviously he's drooling. 'Cause my attention span on him.
Pet drool.
And apparently he's with the paper. So that's all I'm gonna say. He's got a can in his hand. This is being a G straight up, like not dropping a can. So, all right. Obviously it works for West Side Pizza. Paul, you want to add anything?
So yeah, he's drooling on himself,
And they were out.
and he was delivered, and he came inside to have a beer or whatever, and he passed out. It's pretty funny.
I mean, if I didn't know any better, I think he was nodding off. Like maybe he's on oxys or
Yeah,
something.
he's on some opiates,
Yeah.
and I think it's pretty funny that the name of the place is West Side Pizza.
Yeah, that's tight. West Side Pizza.
West Side.
West Side Pizza. Get your opiates.
That's right.
That's right. Yeah.
We
Go
take
ahead.
A couple of perks on the lid, on the underside lid of the box for every customer. for after dinner mint.
Lord have mercy. So he just came in, huh?
Yeah, you can. What the guy was trying to tell was happening is like, this is my new friend Drew. So he obviously was delivering somewhere. Came. Sometimes people offer people beers, you know.
Yeah, I had that happen a
Come
couple
inside.
times. Come on in, have a beer.
And he came in and was having a beer and sitting down, and he nodded out on the guy's couch. So he's like, "Well, this is a great opportunity to
Make a
document
video.
this."
Yeah. This doesn't happen every day, does it?
No, it's pretty good though.
Yeah, that's a good one.
One time I went into some dude's apartment on campus.
Yeah.
and they were snorting Percocets or something. So
Lord
I took
have
out my
mercy.
snortables. This was like in 2007. And so I did something, and I was just sitting there, and they were just like nodding out, and I was just all up, and I was like, well, this is weird. I got to go. What am I doing? Go back to the shop and take some more deliveries.
Awesome.
But anyway,
I love it.
let's do this. What's the next one here? I haven't watched that.
Keep it okay. 15 good.
Awesome.
Need a pizza guy. Need a
Hey,
pizza guy.
hey, we're gonna dedicate this to drunk pizza delivery men, okay? Alright.
That's a fucking jigger, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, nice to meet y'all too.
Okay, seems like he was pretty drunk.
He was drunk already.
That's right. He was drunk before he was doing that shot. That looked like a
Welcome
shot
to
or
Let's
something.
Write This Movie, where we write a screenplay
while sharing the process with the internet.
Nice work, pizza boy.
I just got too many windows open, but this one's pretty funny. Can you see it very well?
Yeah, yeah.
I think the guy's laugh is funny.
Sounds like a
He's like,
terrier.
Oh, God, you know.
Oh!
Yes. I got it. He's out. Let's go, let's go.
That's dope.
What'd that have to do with pizza? Anything, or was that guy just wasted?
Yeah, I don't know. Apparently he was a pizza guy,
Okay.
but I didn't know for sure.
He was wasted.
to be honest. Let's check this one out.
Drunk girls rob. Aw.
Yeah, it's not a. I don't think it's violent.
All right, he's got a scooter. Gets out. Opens the door. Okay.
Comes back out, puts a
Is that
order in the
pizza?
scooter.
Okay.
In
Couple
his
two girls.
saddlebag.
Cool. Going back
Couple-
in.
A couple of ladies come
Oh, no.
by and they spot him.
Oh, Lord.
They see that he put something in there.
Free
And
pizza.
they're like, oh,
That's
and
what he put in
her
there.
friend's like, fuck this. This is, what are you doing? And she's
Yeah.
like, I don't care. Let's steal something. Or she just took a piece.
Here he comes.
He's going to catch
Busted.
them. And then decided to take the whole thing. he was running after it, and then that's it.
Oh, I wonder what happened. I wonder what the outcome was of that.
They
Okay, so my first step is washing my
Hi.
they probably got caught half a block away, and they were like, okay, we're sorry. And the guy was like, what the hell? And then he's just like, you got to pay for that. And they maybe he just let him go.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Probably.
They probably stopped. They probably didn't keep running. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
He
yeah.
wasn't
they're
that
gonna
far
fall.
behind him.
Yeah.
They
Did-
probably were just like, we're sorry. And just like, and then he gave up because what's he going to do? Like,
Yeah. That reminds me
Yeah,
of the
dude.
time that those girls like stole that harmonica from your bedroom on
Yeah.
New Year's Eve.
yeah.
You know, they're
How
just
dare
drunk
they?
people stealing stuff.
Well, I brought it out and I was playing songs because there's a few people there, and I just left it. I left it over there on the other side. I just left it over there. So they took the harmonicas.
Is that on your wall? Is that the fake yellow gun from the old studio?
Yeah.
No
I
shit.
combined it with this old.
It's cool. It reminds you like a sound wave.
Yeah,
it looks like a gun shooting a sound wave. It's really cool.
It's this anthropomorphic kind of.
I like it.
Carving or whatever.
It's cool.
Like those are people.
Okay.
And then I was like, just made the gun fit up there, so I made it like it was going to shoot the people. There's not really any statement involved. It's kind of it's just like an element. It looks like danger.
Yeah, you got like weapons and guns on the wall. What's really going on in your, what's really going on in your head, my man?
No,
you okay?
I just got this. I got this for like the Secret Santa.
What is that? A shovel?
It's like a camping shovel. So I was just like, whatever. I got a shovel. I don't know.
I would not want you to hit me with that thing.
This is my old hatchet from when I was a kid. So I was like, this represents virility, you know, the weapons and the tools.
Well, you are a virile man.
I put tools up, so it shows I'm a tool too. I'm like, put it together. But I tried to make just something because part of the people broke off. This is an old corporate art thing. It's got like a gold frame.
Yeah, gold brass, like that fake brass frame, plastic.
Yeah, and then the background is like a burlap, you know?
Okay.
Brown.
Yeah.
And it's like, so these yellow and the brown, I thought it went together and it fits on there. It fit right over the glue that was still on there. So I was like, this was like, that's meant to be. So I was like, what kind of political statement is this? The people are getting pointed at with a gun, the gun of authority, or you know.
That's right. From far away, it looks like a gun shooting a sound wave. Or something.
It does. It looks like the Matrix sound wave disruption.
Yeah. God, that first movie was so good, and the other two are just fucking garbage. You can't. I don't know. It's hard to like. Man, sequels are always so hard. There's only a few good sequels, man. Lethal Weapon 2. Now that's a sequel.
Yeah, that's decent. And then, Terminator 2 is the big one. Everyone.
Oh, it's so good. Terminator 2 is like probably the best one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so good. I saw it in the theater. Oh, I loved it.
Even the one part that's almost unforgivable. I need a vacation.
No, I like cheesy Arnold, man. I'm down.
I need a vacation.
I need a vacation.
Because the other stuff you explain, hasta la vista, because he heard some guy say it or heard.
Yeah.
Other stuff you could. Yeah.
No, I get it.
They could program him for to have him to protective of the
hasta la vista.
Couldn't they program you to just be like really emotional guy, like, oh, goodbye,
right?
I'm gonna lower myself into the melted metal.
They give you they had a Star Trek episode about that with Data, where they gave him like an empathy chip.
Yeah,
and he was really annoying.
Yeah,
and they took it out.
I think I remember that one.
Yeah, they had enough.
I haven't seen any.
They had enough of a robot with feelings. He couldn't function.
Like he was a hippie or something.
I gotta watch that one again.
Remember the Spock one where Spock was like, "I'm not leaving, Jim." It's a classic one. He's like just frolicking in the planet.
Yeah,
some girl.
Yeah, that was a good one too.
I'm not coming back, Jim.
What a good show! I love that show. I love it.
And it's a copy. They always copy off of the past episodes, you know.
Yep. I watched a lot of Twilight Zone, New Year's Day, the marathon.
Yeah.
There's always, those motifs are used throughout time too.
Like Simpsons. Things like marathons, people don't pay attention to them anymore because it doesn't. Every day's a marathon.
You can have a marathon whenever you want.
You watch 3 seasons of something in a day.
Yeah.
Awesome. It's like it's lost its allure. No one gives a shit.
It really has.
Wow. When's the last time I watched a bunch of the same episodes of something in a row?
Yeah.
Wow, TBS, keep it up.
I'm a real big fan of Twilight Zone and all those old actors like Burgess Meredith, Jack Klugman did a few. They're remastered in an HD, and I don't really like it. They look weird to me because I grew up with them as a kid, on Tube TV, And I kind of like
Too
the
sharp.
fuzzy, shitty. I like how they look
Yeah.
shitty, allure. But now they're in HD and like whatever.
Yeah.
They look weird and they look like British soap operas because the frame rate. I don't know.
Right.
They look weird. I'd rather have them like the old way.
Yeah. Well, maybe they can restore them digitally and then put them through a digital filter to make them
Yeah.
old again.
Can I have like a shit filter?
Yeah.
You know?
I saw this. There's some Harold Lloyd or whatever silent movie.
Yeah.
You know, a guy like Charlie Chaplin and Buster Keaton, but he's the other guy.
Okay.
And, the one where he's hanging off a clock face. It's a famous.
Yeah.
And I was watching
Fuck
that, and I
movie
was
is that?
noticing how it was really. There's no vignette or anything. There's no kind of like, it's all restored, and it looks like somebody took it, like, you know, shot it last week. It makes it look weird. It
does.
It doesn't put you back then. It doesn't put
No.
you back in time. It brings back in time to you.
Yeah.
Because it looks as mastered as everything else.
Yeah. It's real weird.
Yeah, it does.
And then like everybody's fucking smoking. Everybody. There's just cigarettes everywhere.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like
big non-filtered, thick
oh
fucking
man.
cigarettes.
Yeah.
Big wide non-filters.
Yeah. And
just blowing clouds of smoke out.
yeah. It's cool though. It's funny. I'm glad I quit.
Yeah, the smoking is the stupidest one, man. It's got to be, right?
Oh, it's awful.
Do you think
So bad.
smoking would kill you before anything else? Nah, maybe the hard drugs would kill you.
Yeah.
Before
But
everything
smoking
else.
supposedly just as addictive or bad.
Mhm.
So I don't know, man.
I think it's worse for we got that
I don't
predisposition
know.
for something like emphysema or lung cancer. And then, you know, it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Or like George Burns or something lives very old, and other people live very old and smoke.
Yeah. Just depends on your genetics, man. I guess, you know?
Well, do you want to listen to
Yeah. Let's do something. What we doing? What we doing?
what
we doing, producer Spanky?
I can play the songs again. Which one do you want to hear?
Are we going to do song trade again?
Song trade.
Pentagon was pretty smoking.
Let's listen to Pentagon.
All right.
I made this song for Mike Point 3. He played it on a show.
Our big dumb mouth. Shout out to Mike Point 3 and wait a minute.
Yeah,
Shout out to Mike Point 3 and our big dumb mouth.
There you go.
There you have it, folks. And,
There you have it.
Yeah, I just heard him. I heard him say the word Pentagon a lot in a small space of time. Pentagon. And I thought it was funny. I was like, I got it. It stuck in my head. I couldn't not make a song about it. Here we go. Here you go.
Let's hear it. Pizza boy.
Time to play the song.
Pentagon.
Pentagon.
Yeah, you could add something if you want.
Pentagon.
It's
Ryan's
just so
coming
goofy.
in on the vocal.
I'm on board. I believe that there's something to it.
Is there something to it, Mike?
Now we're just gonna have to add those in.
It's just so goofy. I'm on board. I believe that there's something to it.
This would be a remix. This will be the remix.
This new directive to release information of the UFO phenomenon. This new directive to release information of the UFO phenomenon.
Pentagon.
At the Pentagon.
5 men in the Pentagon.
At the Pentagon. The Pentagon's new directive to release information of the UFO phenomenon. It's just so goofy. I'm on board. I believe that there's something to it. 5 people at the Pentagon. New directive.
Yeah.
I believe that there's something to it. At the Pentagon.
That's your favorite
At
one.
the Pentagon.
5 people at the
At the Pentagon.
5 people at the Pentagon.
At the Pentagon.
At the Pentagon.
Here's my favorite part. coming up.
At the Pentagon. Pentagon. They're gonna kick it up. At the Pentagon. At the Pentagon. At the Pentagon.
Okay, It's almost over. Hang in there.
I love it. At the Pentagon. At the Pentagon. At the Pentagon. 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 Gone.
Yeah, it's pretty much. Yeah, that I kind of made it so Mike would have to listen to himself say it a whole bunch, because that's what we did. We listened to him say Pentagon
60 times.
It's like, so the Pentagon, but that's pretty much all the bullet points he was making during he talked about it for about 5 minutes.
He loves those aliens.
That boy loves his aliens.
That boy just loves the visitors.
He's up there in his room to mess around with his aliens.
I love it.
Or if he's Brian, he's a young sound boy who's up in his room trying to. He likes a from wet to dry kind of filter.
I need a wet signal and a dry signal, and then I mix them together.
And then you bring it. Yeah, I got.
Yep. Just you can do it with a Y cable. I can do it. I always carry a Y cable, and I'll ask though before I do it. I'll be like, hey man, can I insert a Y cable in your signal so I can get a dry and a wet for front of house?
Oh, that's pretty.
And they'll either say yes or no.
Think of that, Spanky.
Yes, Spanky. Think of that. Should we tell the story of LP Lagosk?
You want to do that, or we don't play your song?
Oh, my song's not as good as your song. My song's still a work in progress.
Okay.
We can play a Brian and Spanky song.
Yeah. If you want,
I'll play this song. What do you want to hear?
You can play a little bit of the song that you made.
I'll play this one.
The point, because
this one's real weird. This one's even weirder than the other one.
Oh, okay. Because that's weird. That was the point. We're going to play these weird songs that we kind of like, but don't know if we like it, and they're kind of like, what am I going to do with this?
Yeah.
So I got a couple of those. I got a couple.
Could you hear that?
Yeah, I could hear.
Okay, I'm gonna keep playing it. It's real weird. It's the hot intro.
It got really quiet. It seems to be coming in and out.
It's probably because I'm talking over it.
Oh, okay.
He was titanium, pieces and an expression that causes untold healing vibration. Reaching out there for our paradise island, Christ knows emissions setbacks. Circles, we lived out of the ocean, mesmerizing sanctuary.
What are you saying?
So I read this
Talking
one.
about
Massey
sound?
and I have been listening to podcasts, of course, because there's so much going on. And we were listening to this one about this murder mystery. This couple was killed at this place called Rainbow Village.
Yeah.
And they of course, somebody died in jail that probably didn't commit the crime. And they were, African American and framed.
Yeah.
Of course. So they're looking for like the true killer. These guys. Yeah,
you never
right.
hear about that ever.
Yeah, of course. So these two guys on this podcast, I forget what it's called. Should probably give them a shout out to whatever. I'll find out. I'll tell us next episode. But they're looking for they're just, trying to find out who the killer is. And there was this guy that lived in Rainbow Village, and his name was Klaus. And he lived on a boat, like in a lake. And
a houseboat kind of?
Yeah. And he was real hard to find. And he was like a lot of people in Rainbow Village like he was weird, but he didn't do it. Whatever, you know. And he like witnessed this guy like they think the killer maybe like stashed his bag on Klaus's boat and then came back and got it and then was gone forever. Like nobody ever saw him again.
Yeah.
So this Klaus guy is super hard for these podcast dudes to find. And they end up finding him, and he lives on a houseboat, or he lives on like an island. Like, I don't even know where, some weird island that they had to like, it's hard to get to. And they meet this guy and they interview him, and it's just the fucking weirdest interview. And the lyrics that I wrote are like, his name is Klaus. So like, I was like, Santa Claus, he lives out in the ocean. And like in the interview, they walk into like this weird little sanctuary he built. And there's just, he like breeds sparrows or feeds sparrows or something. So he's got like Santa Claus, he lives out in the ocean. He's got sparrows in his sanctuary. And then this weird ass part in the interview, dude, you hear like the oddest noise, and it's like, and like this Klaus guy and this creepy accent is like, this is titanium. I hang it from the rafters. And it's like this big piece of titanium that he found in the ocean, and he rubs it, and he's like, can you hit it? Do you feel the vibration? You know, it heals. And I am like, what in the fuck? This guy is wild.
Yeah.
And this guy, this Klaus dude, all he wanted for them to come to his island was like some Beck's beer. So he's like, you can come out to my island if you bring some Beck's.
Cool.
And I was like,
cool, dude.
What the fuck? Who is this guy? So Massey and I are just like, what the fuck? And it just inspired that song. So the lyrics are just like, Santa Claus, he lives out in the ocean. He's got sparrows in his sanctuary. He rubs titanium. He says that it makes friction that causes auditory healing vibrations. He's been out there forever on Paradise Island. Price of admission, some Beck's.
So why were they visiting him? Because they thought he was a suspect?
No, he witnessed some stuff, and nobody could find him or was able to ask him any questions or talk to him. And he's never been talked to since, he left Rainbow Village or whatever. So, yeah.
That's pretty cool, though.
Is that Massey?
Yeah, hi.
Come here.
Well, I don't
What's the podcast?
It's-
Massey's going to tell us. Can you hear her?
Yeah.
Hi.
Okay. She's going to talk.
It's a true crime podcast, but for deadheads. So basically, this detective realized that, the Grateful Dead network of fans, it's easy to track people down through them if a crime has happened within the Dead community.
Okay.
So it was a true crime podcast. I can't remember the name of it. I'll have to look it up. But anyway, in the 80s, two deadheads were murdered in Rainbow Village. They were a young couple. And a lot of people witnessed some odd things happening, like heard the gunshots, this, that, and the other. But they ended up, the cops, there was like one like older black dude who had like a previous record. And so instead of investigating the crime, of course, they arrested the only black guy around. And there were multiple like people there that like went to the police, went to the detectives, like, hey, he's not the one that did this. And they're like, we got our man. We're not worried about it. And this guy died in prison. He never got a trial. He ended up dying in prison. So it was really sad. But anyway, they're still trying to track down the guy that really did these murders. And that's what this was about. And one of the witnesses was this Klaus dude, and he had a broken down boat in Rainbow Village. And it's crazy they even tracked him down. Like the two podcast guys like went out to his like boat of trash in the middle of the ocean on a dinghy, and they're like, we're never coming back. Like
And this interview is fucking so trippy, dude.
It's crazy.
And
It's
it
awesome.
just inspired. I've been writing lyrics again, which is crazy. I haven't written lyrics in such a long time. But that dude really inspired me to write some goofy lyrics. So that's what that song's kind of about.
Cool.
Maybe we could do like a rock
Massey
version
leave?
or something. Yeah. She went back downstairs.
The voice of the tiger?
Yeah, the voice of the tiger.
We look to the tiger, and she speaks through Massey's voice somehow. The
Yeah.
The tigress.
Oh, hold on. The podcast is called, what is it called?
Yeah, what's it called?
It's called Dead and Gone. Shout out to Dead and Gone.
Dead and Gone.
For their hard work and their Klaus interview.
Yeah.
The Klaus interview is pretty
Santa
amazing,
Claus
dude.
on the island with the sparrows in a sanctuary.
I mean, dude, Spanky, I wish we could, I would Massey too. Chris Cornetti would probably love him. I wish we could all go out there and give this Klaus guy some Becks.
Sure.
And hang out with the man. He was trippy, dude.
Now that you know how for him to let you in.
He's enlightened. Like, we're thinking he's an alien. The shit he was saying.
He might be.
I wrote some more lyrics too. It's like he was saying all kinds of stuff.
Is that like a comedian? Like
Otherworldly, man. He might be like.
He might be from another world. He says mankind has gone crazy, devolving interaction, losing things that truly make us human. And he goes on and on about the Matrix, the universal collective consciousness.
And he's like in his 80s.
And he's in his 80s, and he lives out on a dinghy, dude.
He's probably a wizard.
Yeah, he's probably a wizard and an alien or something.
He's a wizard and he's an alien wizard.
Who knows about that Klaus guy? But that's my song, and it's about that dude.
Cool.
So there's a minute and a half of, I'm calling it Santa Claus.
Yeah.
So
does he look like that too? Kind of like
I don't know.
White beard. Oh, he's here.
I have no idea. You don't see him.
Just audio.
Yeah, it's just audio. So
he probably wouldn't even like a camera. Maybe he would rather just not.
Yeah, he who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows, man?
Dead and Gone.
Dead and Gone. Shout out to Dead and Gone and their work with Klaus. Couldn't believe they found that guy. It's crazy.
That's okay. You gotta wait. You played your song.
I did. I played my song.
All right, I'll play you.
It wasn't the same one I played yesterday. So we're working on stuff over here.
We're making progress over here.
We are. I feel good about it. I've been writing again. I've been writing again. Well,
we're making progress.
It's just harder for some of us, Spanky.
No, man, it's hard because you could do.
You're
something
blessed.
You can.
Shit's always rolling out of your mouth.
Well, you can force yourself to just do something every day, and like half of it's any good. You know what I mean? The other half is just like, well, these are chords.
I think that's what I've really been doing. It's like inspiration is a fickle mistress, and you should never rely on inspiration. You should rely on discipline. You should rely on like going upstairs and like just thinking of, like writing a song for a half an hour, whatever it is. If it sucks, it sucks. If it's gold, it's gold. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I agree with you.
Maybe
it's
you
about
should
the
just do it
discipline
every day.
Yeah, it's something you should do every day. That's my advice to you, world out there.
Yeah, kids.
Yeah, kids. Don't rely on inspiration. Rely on discipline. Inspiration will come. Inspiration will come. Comes and goes.
And yeah, inspiration is something that you don't have to just wait around like the wind.
No.
It can be created.
Yeah.
Through just enthusiasm, pretty much.
Yeah.
It doesn't have to be experience. You can get inspiration just in a room with no windows,
Yeah.
Or you can get it, in Egypt or whatever. It doesn't really matter.
Nope, it comes and goes. But the important part is integrity and discipline. Because, being disciplined breeds integrity. And you'll feel better about yourself as an artist.
Oh, shit. Brian is
getting deep.
Brian's doing a seminar.
Welcome to my motherfucking TED Talk, biatch.
I'm a believer now in that vocoder because on the song you showed me, it sounded awesome.
Thanks, dude. Well, maybe when we can hang out together again, you could help me finish it.
Yeah. I'll see you in 5 months.
Yeah. We need the National Guard give me these goddamn shots, man. Fuck this shit. Relying on states.
When's the National Guard going to
so dumb
paratroop into my apartment complex through the window and shoot me with a gun?
Fucking give me the vaccine.
A vaccine gun, and then fucking bust out.
Yeah. I'm ready to go get sushi. I'm ready to go do karaoke. I'm so ready, man. I got a list this long of things I want to do. I'm going to eat sushi while I'm singing. It'd be messy as hell, but I don't care.
Soy sauce.
Yeah.
I want to get sushi too, but it's so hard for me to eat soy sauce these days. I'm going to have to do without it.
Just a little bit, dude. They have light sodium soy sauce.
It's still,
that's what we use.
I looked at the light sodium. It was still fucking so ridiculous. I was like, wait,
how many milligrams are you trying to stay?
It be saltier than salt.
How many milligrams are you trying to stay under a day?
2,000.
Okay. Well, there's room for a little light soy. There's room for an ounce of light soy sauce in there, or not even an ounce, like a quarter of an ounce.
Teaspoon is, but
yeah,
a teaspoon is like of the low sodium is like 700.
Maybe we can water it down. We'll work on it. We'll figure it out.
Understand how much soy sauce is.
I'll go look after this.
You're not gonna like what you see. Don't go poking around.
Don't go poke around light sodium soy sauce. You're not gonna like.
You're not gonna like. You're not gonna be able to handle it. You're gonna go downstairs to your cupboard and be like, poison, 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 poison. You're just gonna. And like the spices and shit too. Like if you have a Cajun spice, man.
Yeah.
Look up that because you probably douse it on thing.
Yeah, I never was a big salter. I'm not spicy.
Yeah, when I'm at home, I don't do it as much as if they put in shit that you buy, like fast food or other prepared food.
Yeah.
Like for some reason, they're just like, they love salt. We're going to give them 3 times as much as they usually would eat, At home, you would never put that much in a burger.
Never.
Anyway, enough of that.
Enough of sodium 101. Diet
we always
talk.
Talk about diet talk because we're 40.
Because we're in our fucking 40s.
Here's we're in our 40s, not 40.
World is hell. Help us. We're dying.
Exactly. Well, I'm going to play the song.
All right. Moving onwards and upwards.
Again, it's kind of weird. I don't know what to do with it, but I don't want to throw it away. So there's a big long intro. We can listen to it. We can skip or not. It doesn't matter.
I'll listen to it.
Listen to it.
That's cool.
It's a Casio keyboard. Put some distortion
pedal
stuff on it. It's
cool.
Distortion VST.
Okay. Oh,
Plug
yeah.
in.
I like that.
Is that what you call it? A plug-in, Brian?
Yeah, plug-in. Yeah, you got it.
It reminds me of the Alien Porpoise. After I did it, I was like, this is just an Alien Porpoise ripoff.
I love it. Oh, yeah.
But yeah, I'll make a video where I'm driving at night. And
yeah, this is like soundtrack shit.
This is like from Lethal Weapon 2.
Yeah, yeah.
But I didn't set out to make it like this. I just after I did it, I was like, what am I writing? Am I writing a Miami Vice soundtrack or something?
Dude, it's awesome. I'm a big fan of this.
I knew you would be. Yeah. It kind of just does this forever, but
I dig it.
It has little changes.
That's a good movement.
And you like the little clap
Oh
snare?
yeah. Oh yeah. I love a clap snare. Nice. I like that. Oh yeah.
Can't you feel the night, Brian?
I do. I feel the night creeping in. I see a lot of blue haze.
Oh,
there you go.
I see a lot of blue haze moving silently through the mist,
And I'm like, okay, I go. It gets major. Take this off.
That was unexpected.
The clouds parted.
That's cool.
It's a feel good time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm still figuring out how to make my own, like a guitar album.
Yeah.
Just a noodly guitar album. I think
That'd be
fun.
cool. I always liked your guitar playing a lot.
The Joe Satriani album.
Be sweet.
But not as good.
Yeah. I got
Almost,
something like that
almost.
too. I've been working on stuff like that too. Is that an acoustic? Yeah, what is that? Acoustic. It's cool. I could see a badass sax in here.
Yeah. That's more like a trumpet.
You want trumpet?
If you could start trumpeting.
I'll give you a fucking trumpet, bro.
If you're gonna start trumpeting, man.
I better before it goes away. I think I missed my chance.
Yeah, I think it's going away.
There you go. Little A major trumpet.
And scary ending. Join our cult of the sound men.
Be a
and
sound
boys.
man, cults.
Why didn't you use the vocoder, man?
I tried. I forgot
I'm
to
gonna
turn
have
it
to
on.
require you
I
to
was on
use
the
it
wrong
all the
channel.
time. Like,
I was on the wrong.
I think we're gonna have to force you to.
On the right channel.
What if you could do a? We'll try next show to do the whole show in the vocoder. See how fucking
I
annoyed.
think that would drive everybody nuts.
I don't know. Sounds good to me.
Or they might like it.
Oh my god, dude.
clean fun.
Fucking I'm so sad that 44 years of my life have gone by without a vocoder in it.
Yeah.
Oh man.
It seems like, yeah.
Is it my turn or your turn? What are we doing?
Oh, if you've got a weird song, play a
We
weird
did an
song.
LP
and then
Lagos, or you
and
want to
then-
hear another weird song?
If you want to do one more weird song and then LP Lagos.
All right, one more weird song.
Weird Lagos.
This is like a
No
guitar
one-
song. I don't know what. I haven't listened to this in a while. Let's see.
Yeah,
what
man.
this is.
Pick one you don't remember. That would be.
It has a really weird beginning that I don't like.
Yeah, that's the better.
It's like Nirvana. It's like crappy grunge beginning. I like this riff though. Very good. This is
This is cool. So right there, you made it awesome.
Oh, thanks. I saved it.
Good towel. It's about to get crazy in there. You can tell by the guitar. Yeah.
That's fucking funny.
Let me hear it out there. Let me hear you motherfuckers out there in the crowd.
Yeah, but
I
that's
like the song.
That's a work in progress.
You always make your songs really long, right?
I don't know, man. Yeah,
Right, to
usually
kinda start
they're
out
too
with.
long.
Mine, I'm kind of short. If I don't sit there, I make it, and it's like 1 minute 45 seconds. So I'm like, I have to add shit in the middle.
Yeah,
You know what I mean, like if I make an acoustic song, it's like a verse, a chorus, and a bridge, and then it's like 2 minutes. I'm like, I got to put something in this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Sometimes those little acoustic songs are different. They can be short. But I find myself padding it up. I don't really pad it up. It kind of learn how to write songs, because then you're like, well, this part can go right here, and actually this makes it breathe better. And not even it could be rushed sometimes, you know.
Yeah. What I kind of recently switched from like writing songs in Logic, and Logic's like really linear. It's probably the way you're used to writing too, where they're like you're kind of forced to stay in a timeline, and then you put all your little parts in your timeline and you slide them around and you copy paste.
You could choose
Ableton. So I recently switched to Ableton, and it gives me more freedom because I'm not trapped in the timeline, and I can kind of rearrange and remix and go nuts.
Sure.
So I'm still like kind of getting used to that. You know what I mean?
I can do both. I mean,
it does both, but like you can fuck with it as much as you want until you kind of decide like, hey, all right, you'd like take a pass at a timeline. You know what I mean?
I've learned to use the click track more often, just to.
Yeah, I always use the click.
At the end game, if you want to add stuff, it's so much easier. You can block it all together.
And what Ableton will do too, that Logic doesn't do, is it'll warp. So like if if a sample's a little off, you say warp, and it'll warp the sample to the BPM, and it'll chop it up. Yeah. So it's really cool. And it sounds real natural. It's the shit, man. I'm super. Ableton's like so powerful. It's amazing, and I love it.
This is an ad for Ableton.
Pretty much, man. I mean, Logic's great, and there's some things that I know how to do easier in Logic, but I just need to learn how to do them in Ableton. That's all.
So
and I need to build my sample library and
Pro
stuff.
Tools anymore?
Well, I'm doing Pro Tools, but I just strictly use Pro Tools now for mixing.
Really?
I just use Pro Tools for mixing and mastering and tracking.
Not as fun tracking on it?
It's horrible composing. It's awful trying to write a song with Pro Tools. I think it's horrible.
Sit there and write it, because that's why I like the old thing I got, to Sonar. Home Studio 7 from 2007.
I mean, I think if you came over and I gave you a tour in Ableton,
I would,
and showed you some stuff, you'd be like, "Holy cow, this is fucking amazing."
Yeah, because I guess there's some limitations in Sonar. I may just be a little bit harder to deal with, but it's a musician's thing, and that's probably what Ableton looked like. It was just.
It's really Ableton's cool because it's the best one if you want to perform live electronic music or rock and roll with tracks live. It's the only game in town. You know what I mean? Like if you want to have live performances, and there's all kinds of controllers too that work with Ableton. You know, I mean, MIDI controllers, they have special ones, you know, like Akai makes this. I have this APC 40.
Cool.
You know, and I really like it. So right now I'm all about Ableton.
So that means you can play the piano
on
the computer?
Yeah, but no.
You
trumpet.
Can play the piano on there? He can play himself an electric piano on the computer.
I can play.
What's this world coming to? What
a trumpet.
Next? What? Holy shit! That's a goddamn
that's as low as it
playing
goes.
Man.
It goes down to E2.
You telling me you got a horn over there?
I got a horn. I got a whole horn section.
What?
Yeah.
Coming out of your computer? I thought computer was doing bills and things. I lost your audio, friend.
No, you're all right. I got a trumpet section. Here they come.
I don't think we can jam, right? The latency's too bad, right?
I don't think we can. We tried Jam Kazam and we both wanted to kill ourselves.
Yeah. It was
Remember that?
It wasn't doing right. It's supposed to sink us. It didn't sink us.
Yeah, it was too far off for us. We could try on Zoom, but I still think it would be too late. And
I don't think it works.
yeah, I think it's just I think we both have to have hardwired internet. We both have to at least have like 100 down, 10 up, you know?
Yeah.
So
I don't know what that is.
Your internet speed.
Oh, okay. That's right. Yeah, I don't know anything.
You know stuff.
I know a couple
Come
things.
on,
I know
man.
like 5 things.
You know all kinds of shit.
Oh yeah, we got to do some LP Lagotsk.
All right, here's story LP Lagotsk. The story of LP Lagotsk. So
yeah, what do you start at the beginning? Do you know the chronology of all these?
Yeah, I think so.
The story behind it.
We lived in a house in Upper Arlington that we called the Pitiful Ranch. And we had an answering machine and we had a phone number, like a real landline phone number. Remember those?
Yeah, the old with the
and
digital.
There was a misprint in the yellow pages that had our phone number as like some place in the quarries or like some rock quarry place.
Yeah.
Some rock thing. I don't know. So we get wrong calls all the time. Wrong numbers all the time. People would call and they'd be looking for the business and
leave it on the little digital.
Weren't the business.
The little digital answering machines.
Yeah, answering machines. Remember those?
Yeah, when between
another blast from the past.
After the tape ones, the digital ones for a minute, for about a year and a half.
Ooh, gross. Yeah.
What are you doing over there? It's not
nothing. I had to cough. So, all right. So we had a goofy like greeting. Business. We had a goofy greeting that was just ridiculous, and I forget exactly what it said. But it was just real, silly.
Okay, and the original one you don't remember, but the ones after, because you made different ones in response, right?
We did. Well, yeah, we were like, go play. We were like, go play Tetris, you big bear.
We said, I'll tell you who to contact. I will not let you. I will not tell you. No, what was the one that you originally left? It was like a
greeting. We'd mess with this guy, so we changed the greeting on the answer machine pretty much to mess with this guy. Leave a message,
and we will tell you who to contact.
Yeah. This guy called like at 4 a.m. This guy would call like at non-business hours, 4 or 5 a.m, 6 a.m.
Yeah.
He was really upset that we weren't the business he was trying to contact.
Yeah, he's an old guy. So what was the first message?
The first message is a lady, and it's just
you're a business, you're an asshole.
So that was her.
She was like, she didn't.
This is the message, We wake up at 8 in the morning.
If you're a business, you're an asshole.
That's what you hear.
Yeah.
And we're not a business, so I guess we're not assholes.
Cool. That's good for you guys. But
and here's LP Lagos.
About her, it's like she must have heard this a whole bunch, a lot of times, and then just lost it because people just still say that shit right away, do they?
I mean, I don't think
asshole.
so.
Just calling a number that might be wrong.
Yeah, it's a misprint, man.
Yeah,
fucking misprint. It's not even our fault.
The message you left was, leave a message, and I will tell you who to contact. We will tell
the greeting.
Tell you who to contact. Goodbye. Yeah, because it was you. You just left like a kind of weird message.
I did,
and that's what she thought was just such an asshole.
Yeah.
So what happened next?
All right. So this is LP's first contact.
I'm not sure who to contact in this situation. That was a strange message. I have no idea what is going on here, and I will not let you know. Goodbye. Ridiculous. Goodbye.
And now you know what I gotta do.
So you left.
Oh no, I gotta turn that trumpet off. God damn it!
You and your trumpet.
I fucking blew it, dude.
Man,
the fucking trumpet.
That still freaks me out, man. There's a horn inside your computer.
That was a strange message. I have no idea what is going on here, and I will not let you know. Goodbye. Ridiculous. Goodbye.
Yeah, that really was.
So that was LP's first
really
message.
I'm not sure who to contact this situation.
Because he was,
And he'd wake us up every morning. Remember, like how landlines would ring? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They just ring and ring, and
You're
the
in your
answer
bed,
machine
like,
would pick
there's
up
that-
like
there's
after
that weird
5
guy.
rings.
You're in your bed and like you hear it and you're like, that's fucking that weird guy probably.
Yeah, like it went on. It was like a saga. And here's him calling again.
Again, I had no idea what.
That's probably like one of my favorites.
Again, I have
Again,
no
I
idea.
had no idea what.
And then he just hangs up.
No idea what.
Yeah, that's it.
But he said contact because that's
Again, I had no idea what.
That's what you said on that message.
Yeah. And
It
then
was just-
I had enough of this fucking guy. So I made a greeting like, what did I say? You remember it. I don't. What did I say on the greeting?
You just said it, right?
I'll tell you who to contact. Or, I leave you a message and I'll tell you who to contact. Well, that's not me. That's him.
Yeah, but you the one you said after that was like, we're not a business. No, go play Tetris, you big bear.
Oh, yeah. And then he was this.
Contact LP Lacoste at 962-8292. LP Lacoste.
He's so furious.
So mad.
He's like, remember my name.
Yeah.
You will remember this name for the rest of your life. LP Lagalsk.
I'll tell you who to contact. Contact LP Lacoste at 962-8292.
And now we gotta do the vocoder.
I've always wondered if it wasn't.
Contact LP Lacoste at 962-8292. LP Lacoste.
It's like
I love it.
It's like an opera.
I love it.
It's like
I love it.
And I thought it was. Part of me thought it was fake, but then like the other lady, it's not fake.
No,
So it's obviously
it was real
same
because
situation.
we ended up looking it up. We ended up looking it up in the phone book, and our number was in there. It was like 488.
Yeah.
Something.
I wish you could find out how he's if he spelled his or how his name was spelled. So
I know.
because it's not a normal name.
No, I always wondered what nationality it was.
Eastern European.
Yeah,
Kind
it's
of.
got to be Russian somewhere,
Bulgarian.
maybe. Who knows? LP Lagosk. That was a
Um,
good time.
but is that all?
That's the only 3 messages he left. He left number 1. Oops. Turn off the vocoder, Brian. Let me start that again.
I'm not sure who to contact this situation. That was a strange message. I have no idea what is going on here, and I will not let you know. Goodbye. Ridiculous. Goodbye. Goodbye.
So that's number 1. Then this is number 2.
Again, I had no idea what.
Number 2 is really short. He just said, again, I have no idea what.
So
Again, I had no idea what.
And then the last one.
I'll tell you who to contact. Contact LP Lacoste.
I'll tell you.
I'll tell you who to contact. Contact. I'll tell you who to contact. Contact. I'll tell you who to contact. Contact LP Lacoste at 962-8292.
Did you ever call him?
LP Lacoste.
Yeah.
What
He
is
wouldn't
that
answer.
number?
We tried to call him all the time, but nobody would answer. There was no answer machine. It was really
You
weird.
don't even have an area code.
Well, it's probably 614 back then.
I don't.
Because there's only, well, it could be 740. Who knows?
Yeah, it
Or
could be
937. Who fucking knows? You know? But if he was in Columbus, Franklin County, it's probably 614, I would
I would
imagine.
guess.
Yeah.
LP
Back in
Lagalsk.
LP Lagosk.
Wrong numbers do
Love it.
come from weird places. You'll have people call you
Yeah.
a different place.
Well, nowadays, all the scammers are trying to call and trick old people into giving them money and information. So there's all kinds of wrong numbers
Old
these
people like
days.
us.
Yep. Old people like us.
Well, that sounds like no, you're on the up and up. Here's my routing number.
Here's my bank account info and my credit card.
I kind of screwed myself out of my stimulus.
Oh no.
Because I when you go use TurboTax, they're like, get a Chase bank account. And I'm just like, well, I always have problems bouncing bills on my one thing because like I'll get like a bunch of stuff will come in on the same time and like Hulu and bullshit like that, and I'll forget about it. So I'm not good at that. So I was like, I get 2 bank accounts. One of them just be for bills. One of them just be for bull crap.
Yeah.
And then I got my tax return deposited into that. So that was the one they used for my stimulus, the last one and this one. But my account closed itself. I didn't know it was going to do that because I didn't use it like I said I was going to do the thing that the reason that I got it, I just like didn't do it. So I closed out. So now it's like you're gonna mail me a paper check. So I'm one of those paper check losers.
I'm sorry, brother. If you ever need help with that stuff, man, I'll be happy to help you get your financial life together.
Oh, okay.
I used to be awful at it, and now I'm really good at it. So
you have a financial seminar too.
Yeah.
Sound seminar, financial.
Yeah.
Well,
multi-talented.
Chick Corea wrote this book about being a musician. And like a lot of it is a lot of philosophical stuff in there, and you could write the sound version of that. Someone probably already did that though. Zen
no, they haven't. I
Zen
could write it.
Of sound maintenance.
You could, yeah, that'd be awesome. That'd be awesome. Yeah. Need a glass of water.
Need some...
At least you didn't cough all over yourself like I did.
Yeah, you're covered with phlegm and a lot worse.
I love it.
On these black shirts we like so much, it just shows up.
I know.
On our dark earth tones. Fat guy colors.
If you're a business, you're an asshole.
That one could be if you're a business, you're an asshole. You could have something about Mike's. When I did the Pentagon, if everything fit in, it seemed like he's like,
yeah,
something to it. He's just all.
It's good.
I want to just make fun of him a little bit in a song form. Basically, is what it comes down to.
Yeah, he's a good dude. He's our friend. We love him. Lifelong friend.
Lifelong friend.
Big. He was in Salvage.
He was in the Salvage.
He was in our band.
Yeah.
Salvage. That was Salvage. Well, 1.3. Salvage version 1.3.
He was
1.0 is with Tim Cantrell.
Like the Ron Wood of Salvage.
What?
Is he like the Ron Wood of Salvage?
Kind of, yeah.
Or like the.
We played a couple of songs he wrote too. Like we played Misled and we played Pick Up the Pace. And didn't he help write? Did he help write Ottomans at all? Or is that all us? I don't know.
I don't know, man.
Farm and Ottomans were written around the time he was in with us.
We had a drop D.
Yeah.
The drop D stuff was all him.
Yeah.
At that time.
Yeah.
That's all the stuff we wrote with him.
Yeah.
Including his song.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he would tune up and stuff, but we just, for some reason, wrote a bunch of drop D shit all at the same time.
We're going to drop.
Because he came with his drop D song, I think, pretty much. I don't know if we did drop D too much before him, right? We do Pitiful Waltz before him.
Yeah, Roger Bacon was definitely drop D.
Old song.
Yeah, I love that Roger Bacon.
It's like the first one, actually.
Yeah,
right? That's the first Salvage song.
I'm pretty sure.
Because it did like Turnover Abrasion, but that doesn't count.
Yeah, that's an E.
Because
that's standard.
Because that was just one to start with. It was already written.
Yeah,
and it was kind of the junk metal direction we thought we wanted to go in.
Yeah. A little misled.
What's that sound so weird? It's having problems over the things.
Probably when we talk over it, it gets fucked up.
It might be. Are your speakers on?
What?
Your speakers aren't on, are they?
No.
Oh, okay.
This one is mixed. Matt, this one is like mixed insane. This is like insane mix.
I think it's Zoom. Zoom's being weird.
Yeah, your song sounded a little weird.
You could turn it down a little bit. It might be better.
Let's try that. How's that?
Yeah, it's just overloading. Well, now it went away again.
It's gone.
It came back. It went away.
It's when you're talking. It's like gating it.
Yeah. Weird. La 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 la. Salvage is good. Salvage is good. LP the Gotch, he's the man. So
what's that?
Huh?
A little misled for your listening pleasure.
Sorry, I can't hear it. It's kind of like it's cutting in and out.
Cutting in and out, going back and forth, doing stuff weird.
It's kind
like
of
that.
doing a few things. Okay. Did you watch this YouTube movie I made? This video?
Huh?
Did you watch this video on YouTube I made?
With the stink bug?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a weird song too.
I liked it. No, I saw it. I watched it. I made it. Left a comment. Ouroboros or whatever that word is. Ouroboros stink bug. The cycle of life. I don't know. Like the Ouroboros, that snake eating its own tail, or however you say it. You know what I mean?
Okay. That's the theory behind the walking.
Well, I mean, the vibe I got from your video was the same vibe from that snake eating its own tail thing.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like just we go around in circles. You know what I mean?
Let's play it.
Yeah, let's play it for the people.
For the people. I mean, the people want to know.
Yeah.
I'm doing it on the fly. Whoops. Let's see audio. Damn it, Spanky.
Hey, you know, we're still figuring it out.
Damn it, Spanky. What are you doing?
It's okay, brother.
I don't know if I can grab it right away.
It's okay,
I would have
brother.
to search for it.
It happens to the best of us.
I could just go on the
It happens to the best of us and the rest of us. It's okay, Spanky. I still love you.
Thank you. That means a lot. Thank you, Robot Man.
You're welcome. Anytime.
Which one is the...
Man, I am really into this vocoder.
Yeah, the vocoder is winning me over.
Yeah, I can't wait to bring it into Crystal's garage.
Just 5 more seconds, and I will have this video playing.
5, 4, 3,
1, and we're rolling.
Okay. Here we go. Here I go again. I guess it's time to walk around.
Now is this a loop, or is...
Yeah, he's definitely the inspiration for the song. I saw him and I recorded the video. Then I was like, I'm gonna write a song for this, and then just make a little thing. It's pretty cool though.
Yeah, I dig it.
I think he stops to check out the camera that's 1 inch away from him. It's just like, what is this thing? And then goes and keeps going. Yeah, but this is all like inspired by Group Squad and shit.
Hell yeah.
Here he comes again, crying. Anyway.
Love it. I love it.
Love it. Love it. Love it.
I love
More
it.
Of it.
And I love
More
you.
Of it. All right.
I love it and I love you.
Love you too, buddy. We can.
I love you.
You want to call it a
Bizarro, I love you. Bizarro. Remember that C-Lab 2021? Bizarro, Bizarro, I love you.
I like the other setting too.
Yeah, it's a good time.
It's
We
a
did it
good
all
time.
goddamn day.
We're old people.
Yep.
And we're
Everything
like,
sounds cool to
It's a
us.
fun time for some old people.
Yeah. Yeah.
Check out this vocoder, man. These things came out 40 years ago, man.
Yeah. It's 1980s technology bringing it back.
Bring
No,
it
I
back,
love it, man.
We're gonna bring it back, man. People just need to appreciate to learn to appreciate retro 80s stuff, man. That's what we don't have enough of. We need some more retro 80s shit.
More nostalgia and
Yeah,
garbage.
No one's like, oh, remember how it used to be in the 80s? They're all just sucking in the present. We need some more nostalgia.
I'll tell you to contact.
I'll tell you to contact.
Damn, the sun's down already.
Contact my balls. That's what he should have said.
I'll
Contact
tell you
my
what to
ass.
contact my balls.
Contact my Armenian butthole, you piece of shit.
Can't believe he still left his number. You know, like, dude, you know we're not going to call you back. I mean, this is a dead end here, LP.
Well, he's like, these guys are trying to mess with me. I'm going to give him my phone number. I'm sure they don't mess with me more with my phone number.
We tried to, but nobody answered, and there was no answering machine.
Did
It
you
just
try to
rang and
record it?
rang.
I bet you would try to record it, right?
Yeah, it was like me and Chris messing around. We tried to call him a few times.
On a speakerphone and like record it.
Yeah,
with the
well,
tape.
we didn't have a speakerphone. We are just like, you know, like slumber party, like holding up the receiver.
Oh yeah, giggling.
Yeah,
Like in your underwear, giggling together.
Yeah.
I'll call it LP Lagouch. Like, is he there?
Oh, it's LP.
Yeah. You know how young guys are.
Yeah.
Mates.
Yeah. Should we wrap it up?
Yeah, it's going to get wrapped up.
Wrap this shit up. Am I
We're
wrapping
gonna
up
we're
or
gonna
are you
have-
wrapping it up?
What do you want to play? A song?
I don't know.
We played a couple songs already, but
We did.
play another weird song that you wrote that you don't know what to do with, and
Okay.
but it's still good. Too good
We'll
to
play-
erase.
Okay. We'll play it for the. Well, these are like I
On
never
an
finished
outro.
them.
Yeah, there you go. And that's
All
right
right.
in there. Same wheelhouse. Yeah, that one.
We'll see you later, listeners around the globe.
See you later. That's beautiful. I love it.
I think that was the perfect addition. So glad this is recorded. So glad. Recorder. Hey, Brian. I'm recording you. Get it? Why is this called a recorder? You
I
figure
get
it
it,
out,
brother.
ladies and gents.
I get
Oh,
it,
I got a
brother.
million of them. You know, it's the observational humor that really is